Well, the sun still shines here in Boardnamona O'Connor Park, and we're into the last of our 6 finals here between Roscommon and the Limerick Sarsfields. Roscommon in their traditional yellow and blue, and Limerick wearing their white and green jerseys this afternoon. So the parade just about started and makes its way down in front of the stand. So we're in for another cracking game here. Roscommon banished door Michael Fallon. He's ably assisted by Jimmy Donoghue, Michael Mullins, Michael Donnelly, Prunchis Killian, Kieran Farrell and Adrian Fitzpatrick. Now there's a connection with Kieran Farrell in the first game. His son actually refereed the first game here today, Matthew Farrell from Roscommon. So Matthew refereed the first match here between Leitrim and Longford, and now Kieran, his dad, is a selector with the Roscommon team indeed, from the area of Oran. I'm not quite sure whether you're familiar with the Roscommon side of the country. Marissa, I know you're well familiar with the 32 counties, but 4 roads at League Tremaine, a small little pocket of hurlers there. St Dominic's, at League and Tremaine, that's the one I mentioned with the small pocket there, but at League, always a great part of the world for the hurling. Brian Goldrick in goal for Roscommon this afternoon. Fullback Shane Ryan from Carrick Hurling, and Fergal McLaughlin there also. Thomas Magnobola from Carrick Hurling, number 7, and number 8 for them today, Kyle Kelly. 4 roads is his club there for the Roscommon men. So that is the lineup from Roscommon, 1 to 24. The name on the sheet there, what we can give you the extra players in: Mark Purcell, Rodri Fallon and Fionn Killian, who comes in there as well. So that is the Roscommon lineup as the teams, and the parade stands on the far side. And now I think we have a Rá Naveen, the national anthem here for the last of our finals in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge at Boardnamona O'Connor Park. So it's the Rá Naveen. Well, here teams are on the way out to the middle of the park. The referee for this game is Brian O'Leary. He's travelled all the way from County Wexford to be with us here in Tullamore this afternoon. Well, it's this evening now, 7:30 throw in for this one. So to be fair to all associated and the director of the games here today, we're just 3 minutes past 7:30. But I think when you've got 6 finals and celebrations and presentations, we've ran like clockwork today. And I think Marissa, the organisers and the director of the games today, from a Celtic Challenge point of view and the Pundit Arena point of view, deserve huge credit, because they've kept us right on cue in relation to the times of the games, which is not easy to do so when there is presentations and player awards at the end of the games.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge credit to Caoimhe and the GA and all her team, because when you have 138 games, 44 teams and 1,300 players to manage, it's never going to be an easy task.
Well, here we go. It's Limerick in the all white, which will play from left to right. Roscommon in there, saffron and blue. Primrose and blue, I should say. It is the Antrim lads were in the saffron. Primrose and blue for all the Rossies looking in tonight. And I know there's lots of people in Roscommon and lots of people in Limerick keeping a close eye on this one, as the referee from County Wexford, Brian O'Leary, gets us on the way. Roscommon wearing the number 9 shirt is Liam Egan from the St Dominic's Club. And it's Limerick who win it. A man with no hurl in his hand was the number 12 for Limerick, which was Owen O'Connell. So if Roscommon win it and drive it downfield, and this is Sean Trundle from 4 roads. Trundle down to the full forward, Adam Donnelly, another 4 roads man, and that's a good score by Roscommon to get us on the way here. Fine big strong team as well as their Limerick, but a lovely bit of interlinking play. You can't beat the rude one ball, bang down to the forward, turning, striking straight between the sticks. Good start for the Rossies.
Yeah, we were talking off there about the threat that Roscommon can pose. You know, this isn't going to be a straightforward match for Limerick Sarsfields at all. They have some dangerous players up front, and brilliant score there from Adam Donnelly.
Certainly was a great score from Adam Donnelly. Here come Limerick defending. 1 point, could have got a free there, did get a free. Good call by the referee, Brian O'Leary. So free out to Limerick. And the Limerick Sarsfields, Padraig Carey is their banished door. Ollie Dowling, Jerry Murphy, Josh Adams and Peter Nash, their backroom team. And I've given you the backroom team of the Roscommon men. So here is the Limerick centre back, which is Joe Sweeney, a man from Adair. Big ball from Joe. That's a good take. Was the Limerick man fouled? No. The Roscommon player, the number 2 coming across, was Michael Dillon, another player from the Four Roads. I think that's the song that the famous and the late great Big Tom used to sing about, Four Roads. Didn't he sing that one? That was the Glenn and Maddie.
I'll have to trust your knowledge there, I'm afraid.
Showing me age here now, am I? Here comes Roscommon with the sideline cut. Dara Finneran from Four Roads Club as well, down towards his centre forward, which is Owen Kiernan, Roscommon Gaels club player. Referee spotted an infringement just outside the 45, so it will be a free in to Roscommon already with that good start. A very important score for Roscommon, and a big win and a nice win for Antrim in the last game. So all the teams that have won so far today: Leitrim winning the first game this afternoon, and then it was Kerry defeated Dublin Clark, Derry won the third final, Galway Maroon won the fourth final, Antrim won the fifth. Will it be Roscommon or Limerick Sarsfields in the sixth final of the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge here from the sun-drenched O'Connor Park in Tullamore? But that ball is sent in by the full forward Adam Donnelly, and he sends it in. Lovely play, but he's a fine big lad for an under 17 as well, Marissa.
Yeah, Roscommon have some huge forwards there. Really powerful run from Owen McKiernan, their number 11 there to set up that attack. So they're really using their physicality to their advantage at the moment, and Limerick struggling to deal with that.
Certainly are. Ball is won back in the half-back line for Roscommon. Downfield it goes. Lively, nippy forward on that far side is Michael Brennan for Roscommon. He plays for Athleague Tremaine, and he has possession back, and he is lively. Lovely ball flicked in field. Lovely first touch as well. Here come the Rossies. Chance here now. Can they get a score? Carried forward. Oh, it's a hefty shoulder. Was it shoulder to shoulder? Referee says it was. It's a fair old shoulder from the Limerick man. Good defending from Limerick. Roscommon lead 2 points to no score. A good lively opening 3 minutes here in the last of our finals in the JEROME LEARY Cup here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. Roscommon tidy that up in the full back line. Good play by their number 3, David Gaquin from Four Roads as well. Doesn't get the lines cleared perfectly though, because Limerick win it back through Aaron O'Donovan from Kildimo Palace Henry. In across the house it goes. Keeper had to be alert, and he was alert. Michael Corkin of Roscommon Gaels in that goal. Sends it downfield. Won back by the centre back of Limerick, Joe Sweeney. He's from Adair. Joe carries it forward. Gets a fair old shoulder there. His hurling stick goes flying. The referee says, I will give you a free from the 65 Roscommon half of the park. There's a bit of intensity in this one already, Marissa.
And it's vital that Limerick get a score from this game, because Roscommon have been dominating in the open 3 minutes, but great work there from Sarsfields number 6, Joe Sweeney from the Adair club. We'll see another Adair man at number 6 for Limerick tomorrow in Declan Hannon, but great work from him to win the free there.
So it is a free for the centre forward. It's Kieran Storan from Knockaderry in Limerick. Here he is with the lift just inside the 65 into the Kilbeggan Road end goal. He strikes it. It hasn't got the distance, but it's still in and around the danger area. So Roscommon still lead by 2 points to no score. Limerick come back trying to recycle this one from inside the 20 metre line. It's a beautiful ball. The defence have to deal with it, and they have. But it's still not cleared. The danger still not cleared. Back in around the house from... That was Aaron O'Donovan. Well, Roscommon win it on the full back line and send it downfield. Can they get a third point? It's a monstrous clearance downfield. First touch again, brilliant from the forward line. On impact then they spilled it, but the flick back in field under a little bit of pressure. It was Sean O'Mahony of Adair, and Limerick gets a touch on this one. And Limerick move it well. Now running in to capitalise, Owen O'Connell from Tournafulla in County Limerick. How many steps can he take? The referee says he was entitled to a free. Looked like he might have overstepped the mark, but he was fouled first. That's why the referee from Wexford let him continue, brings him back for the free outside the 45 into the town end goal. But they still need to score, Limerick, because they haven't scored yet, and we've 6 minutes played, and the Sarsfields will be disappointed with that, Marissa.
Yeah, possession has been probably 50-50 in the opening exchanges, but the Roscommon defence has been fantastic so far. Great clearance there from Dara Finneran, but Limerick really need this score now just to settle them down, but they have got a little bit of breeze working against them. Great
He's
strike.
got it, yeah, he's got it. He's got it, as some of the teams that were taking part earlier on head for the stands to have a view at this one. Some of them heading for the buses. It's been a long day at the Celtic Challenge, but we've had some cracking games. And Leitrim started the ball rolling early this morning at 11:30. John Lynch and Marissa on commentary right throughout the day. Here come Limerick looking for their second score. 2 points Roscommon, 1 point to Limerick. And this is Limerick clearing that ball to the middle of the park. It is Sean Murphy from Grana Ballingarry in place that part of the world as. And we'll come back to that in a moment because that ball is steered downfield by Roscommon. Now here comes the number 12, Michael Brennan. Lovely player, Michael. Turns back outside the 20-metre line, makes an angle for himself, fires in the shot, and that is gone wide. And that's a pity because he has everything. He just hadn't the finish in this time, but he's a nippy number 12.
Yeah, and Limerick's number 12, Owen O'Connell, has been really influential in these opening exchanges. Came back to his own full back or half back line to win the ball here, and here he is again.
Certainly is, and here's a man coming back to intercept that one as well. The number 10 is Trevor Fallon from Four Roads Club. He gets it to his centre forward. What a strike this will be. Owen Kiernan from Roscommon Gales. That has been the score of the final so far. Brilliant score by the number 11 from Roscommon, sending it in straight between the sticks. How about that? If you see one of them in the Munster final tomorrow, you'll be delighted with it. That man's from Roscommon and he absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, hopefully the team in blue and gold will be doing that tomorrow again. But what a score from the number 11, Owen Kiernan. He's been really involved in these opening exchanges. You can see his he's a big man. He's using his height to great advantage there and just winning ball, and when you're able to stick over that, great score. 3
points Roscommon, 1 point to Limerick Sarsfields. We're into the 8th minute here in sun-drenched Boardnamona, O'Connor Park in Tullamore, and a few running repairs to the stick of the man that got that last score. But the running repairs was that he got a drop of water from the Mayorishka poured onto the boss of the stick, and he's happy to do that, and he's doing a few little alterations to his own hurl there at the moment. The free is to Roscommon. It's well back in their own half of the park. Adam Donnelly is the man with the free, sends it from between the 45 and the 65, but this time it's wide. It was adventurous. The breeze still seems to be blowing downfield in favour of Roscommon at the moment, but he gave it everything, Marissa.
Yeah, you can kind of see from the sideline flags that it is kind of going across the field there, and even though it's after 7:30 in the evening, there's still high temperatures out here at the moment, so it is a tough game for these players to be playing.
It certainly is a tough game. It's been a tough afternoon, it's been a tough morning, but it's been highly entertaining here in Tullamore as Roscommon come forward again. Limerick have got a plethora of defenders back there inside the 20-metre line, and out come the Limerick Sarsfields with the ball. Right-handed strike from the Limerick Sarsfields down to the middle of the park. First touch wasn't great, but however they've held possession, and the hard-working Cormac Lyons from Knockaderry, he had the possession, but it's gone straight out over the line on this side of the park, and it will be a sideline ball to Roscommon inside their own 45-metre line. And the man coming across to take this line ball is the Roscommon man, Dara Finneran from the Four Roads Club. He's been called forward by the linesman to take it up as far as the 45. He tries to make a little bit of a tee from the lovely carpeted grass here in O'Connor Park, and he looks downfield, the Roscommon man. He didn't cut it perfectly, it just went straight out off his stick. He'll be a little bit disappointed with that. He gives himself a little slap on the chest. He says, I'm not happy with that, but he penalises himself doing that. But meanwhile, Limerick Sarsfields have the free, the sideline ball rather, between the 45. Well, it goes right back up to where it was taken from, so that's the rule. So it was well, it went out about a yard away from he struck it from, so that's exactly where he is, and that's a beautifully cut sideline ball. Now can Limerick get something? Here's a chance, there's a goal chance. It's a great save, it's gone in and over the bar, but he got a touch on it, the Roscommon goalkeeper Michael Corcoran. And is that as good a save as you will see in a game of hurling or in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge? What a save, what a shot. It came from the full forward Aaron O'Donovan. There's the sideline cut, it was cut perfectly, went all the way across towards O'Donovan, and he turned to strike. Bang, he gave it everything, full backswing. But what a stop by Michael Corcoran. He saved the goal, but he surrendered to a point, but there's nothing much he could do after he stopped that ball. Excellent goalkeeping. Yeah,
absolutely. We were complimenting Darragh O'Shaughnessy in the game before this, but you won't see a better stop than the one there from Michael Corcoran. But what a rasper of a shot from Donovan in the first place, and a great cut to get it across to him.
Here's a challenge on the Roscommon centre back coming out. Referee says a little bit high. The centre back for Roscommon is Dara Finneran. He wins the free. Started this game well. We've 11 minutes just about played. Finneran will take the free himself between the 45 and the 65. Here it is. And that yellow ball, luminous ball, high-vis ball with the chip inside it. It's the most up-to-date slitter in the game. And this man is a very intelligent full forward, Adam Donnelly from the Four Roads Club. And this time the ball is won back from Donnelly, and Limerick moving well downfield now. Cormac Lyons, the Knockaderry player, inside his own 65 now into the Roscommon half of the park. First touch vital, trying to make a bit of space for himself was the number 10. He did ever so well, Cormac Lyons, but he had to backtrack with the ball. Limerick having to elaborate because Roscommon are closing them down. This time it's Kieran Strine for the Limerick men, Kieran Storin rather. Foul on the Limerick man coming through. Good call by the referee. The man that was fouled was Cormac Lyons, and no mistake, the referee right on top of that, Mr. O'Leary from County Wexford, and the man that deserved that free was the man from Knockaderry. I think it was Cormac Lyons, the number 10, that was fouled in the end. But Roscommon still lead 3 points to 2, but now a chance for Limerick to make it a level game. Yeah,
really clever and patient play from Limerick there, starting with their centre back Joe Sweeney from Madeira, to work that ball up. Great play.
Here come Roscommon to defend this one. That's good. Oh, it's gone to the back of the net. The referee puts his hand over his forehead, and the Roscommon players are saying he overrun that ball. Now the green flag is about to be lifted. The referee is happy. He's given the goal, and Limerick, who are trailing by 2 points to no score, are now leading by 1-2 to 3 points. Bit of a turning point in the 12th minute, and there was a few elements of surprise in the defence of Roscommon there. They felt, but you have to play to the whistle. But the Limerick lad, to be fair, put that ball to the back of the net.
Yeah, Mark Mullally, I'm fairly sure it was, that got the final touch. That had been swallowed up by the Roscommon defence, but really cleverly just knocked it up to himself and flicked it into the back of the net, and the goalie didn't see it coming.
1 goal and 2 points to Limerick Sarsfields, 3 points to Roscommon. We're in the 13th minute, and what a year it has been for the Rossies. Munster Connacht champions 2 weeks ago. My good old friend Cathal Craig won't be happy with me saying that. The Connacht champions of 2019 in football. Hurling has been played very well in pockets right across that great county, from Four Roads to Athleague Tremaine down to St Dominic's. Also Oran, one man on the field here today, Dara O'Sullivan from Oran, and we met Kieran Farrell earlier on today. His son refereed the first match this afternoon, which was Matthew Farrell. All proud Rossies. And another man we'll say hello to is Paul Coggins over in London. He had great success with the London football team a few years ago, a native of Roscommon as well. So to Roscommon we'll say congratulations. To the Limerick people we'll say the very best of luck tomorrow, and well done on a great league, a great championship last year in bringing the Liam McCarthy south. But the lady beside me is from a little place called Lurra in the county of Tipperary. The Munster final is tomorrow. That's where the Munster bit came out of. I was just about to say something about the Munster final, and she's shouting for Tipperary tomorrow. But Roscommon got off to a good start here, but the Munster team Limerick have turned it around. 1 goal and 2 points to 3 points, but early days yet, Marissa. We have only 14 minutes played here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore.
Yeah, and Adam Donnelly getting another point there for Roscommon from the free. So we know that he himself and Owen Kernan can do damage when they get the ball. So Limerick will have to be very careful back there and just keep the heads.
It's a busy weekend for GA8 underage level. The fail is on as well. Here come Roscommon. This is their number 7. Has a look at the post, takes his shot, sends it between the sticks. That's Michael Lohan from the Four Roads Club down there in Roscommon. They will be happy with that. So it's level pegging here in Tullamore. Limerick Sarsfields 1-2, Roscommon 5 points. We are level, and we have 15 minutes just about played in the JEROME O'Leary Cup final here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge of 2019. Limerick dispossessing Roscommon in defence at the moment. Lively run from Ethan Keys and Ballybrown down there in County Limerick. Knocks it back to his midfielder, who in turn gave it back to Keys. He had a shot at goal. He'll be disappointed, but he's a beautiful stick man as well. We're midway through the first half. Roscommon 5 points, Limerick Sarsfields 1-2. There's nothing between them, Marissa, and a long way to go.
Yeah, full credit to the Roscommon defence there. They just pushed Limerick back out the field. Mark Purcell there putting great pressure on the shot, and it sailed wide. So full credit to Roscommon there.
Certainly is. You're privileged to be in O'Connor Park today. You've got air conditioning. The last place I hit this was at the Asia Games. I had to keep a Roscommon man, Cathal Craig, very cold over there, and Ross Munley of Laois and all these fellas. But you're blessed. Air conditioning in O'Connor Park, Tullamore. Great to have it.
Yeah, I think we're about 20 degrees cooler as well than the Asia Games. But it's still lovely weather here in O'Connor Park today. We're blessed.
Well, here come Limerick with the free. It's Kieran Storen, man from Knockaderry in County Limerick, sends it in. That ball's crept in over the line. It's crept over the line. It's a sucker punch for Roscommon. It was a nothing ball in the end, but it crept over the line. And Roscommon, to be fair, did some nice hurling in the opening minutes of this game, but they've been caught with 2 goals. 2 goals and 2 points. Now, when you look at it that way, that's a total of 8 points to Limerick, 5 points to Roscommon. But Roscommon have 5 scores. The Limerick lads have 4, but goals win matches. And it just was a ball that broke, and it crept just about 10 millimetres over the line, and the umpire had spotted that. He signals to the man with the green flag, put it up. In the meantime, Roscommon replied with a point, which is vital on the 17th minute. So it's 2 goals and 2 points to Limerick Sarsfields. It's now 6 points to Roscommon, and we have 17 minutes played in the first half. A sucker punch.
Yeah, great response there though from Trevor Fallon to stick his ball over the bar immediately. Roscommon will know that was more fortunate than anything else, and they come again.
Here they come again. This time though it should have been sent home, but Liam Egan has put it to the right and wide. The man from the St Dominic's club down there in Roscommon. Limerick not hanging around. Dara O'Hagan is in goal for them. He plays for Mungret St Paul's down there in Limerick, across to the far side, and the man with it now is Dara Lyons from Knockaderry. Big ball across field. Roscommon have got to intercept this one, but Limerick are moving very well off the ball. Lovely play from their number 13, that's Ethan Keys. He's really having a great first half. Ethan Keys wins that ball back, but it was a knee from a Limerick player, caught the Roscommon man, and it will be a free out to Roscommon, and the attention has been given to Roscommon's number 24, that's Sean Trundle, another man from the Four Roads club down there in Roscommon. The Mayor Ishka is busy. He hasn't got 1 bottle of Ishka, he's got 2 bottles of Ishka, the Roscommon man, and he makes his way to the sideline with that ball. 2 goals and 2 points Limerick, 6 points Roscommon.
Yeah, just looking at the replay of that goal there, it looked like Rory Fallon from Roscommon might have been unfortunate enough to get a small tap on that as he was looking to clear the ball, which might have helped it into the back of the net. But a really fortuitous goal from Limerick, and it's really put them in the driving seat here.
It can happen. Now they've got a 65 Roscommon, so they have a 65, and the clock ticks on to the 19th minute here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge here from Boardnamona O'Connor Park in Tullamore. 6 points Roscommon, 2 goals and 2 points to the Limerick Sarsfields. That's a total of 8 points to 6, but now Roscommon can reduce the deficit to a 1 point game. Stepping up to take this 65 is Adam Donnelly from Four Roads, and he struck a beautiful ball in the opening minutes of the game, and if anybody can score it, Adam can. He got the breeze, all he's got to do is strike it and guide it all the way. Well, he strikes this one. Is it turning enough? No, it's just outside the post on the right hand side, so it's another wide for Roscommon, but they will get plenty of chances. 2 goals and 2 points Limerick Sarsfield, 6 points Roscommon. We're into the 19th minute. Back come the Rossies. They're getting a little bit of a purple patch at the moment, a little bit of a tug on the jersey, which has gone unnoticed by the referee, but Roscommon in the ascendancy now. Sean Trundle sends it in around the house. The breaking ball comes back out, favours Joe Sweeney, the man from Adair. He switches it down to Sean Murphy from Granagh Ballingarry. Limerick on the attack, men to the left, men to the right. This is Kieran Storen, the number 11. He's left it behind him. He's fouled the Roscommon man. The Rossies have a free out from between the 65 and the 45, and the scoreboard hasn't changed since I last gave you a score check. 20 minutes played, Marissa. A good competitive game. We'd like to see more scores, but Limerick goals have given them the slight edge in the first half.
Yeah, just a slight edge, but Roscommon will feel that they should be on top in this one. They've created the more chances in this one, but just weren't able to convert on that instance from Adam Donnelly. I've been really impressed with Joe Sweeney so far, the Limerick centre back, to clear out that ball. He really just diverted the danger, and he's keeping those Roscommon forwards under wraps.
Well, here is the hook out coming from the Limerick goalkeeper, Dara O'Hagan. Dara O'Hagan sending the ball right down to right half forward position. Lots of Roscommon people who've travelled to see this match tonight, and this ball has to be cleared. Roscommon number 4, he didn't get to stick to it, and he did, Ethan Glennon, and then he put the boot to it, but Limerick have it back, and there was a touch on that, goes in, gathered on the goal line by Michael Corcoran in that Roscommon goal. Michael winds up for a big one, he sends it downfield, and Roscommon survived that attack by Limerick. It still remains 2 goals and 2 points Limerick, 6 points Roscommon. The sun shines brightly here in sun-drenched Boardnamona O'Connor Park. Lovely play from Roscommon's number 24, which is Sean Trundle. He plays for the Four Roads club down there as well. They're all battling for possession here. Both teams are evenly matched, and here he comes again. Trundle winds up for a big one. That is a massive strike from the Roscommon number 24, and that is as good a score as I have seen in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge since its inauguration back in 2016, and he went at that with a great attitude, and what a finish by Sean Trundle.
Yeah, before he even took that score, I was going to say he's been so impressive since his introduction. The amount of ball he's gotten on, picked up an injury earlier on but just shook it off, and what an attempt there, and brilliant score, as good as you're going to see, as he said.
Well, some of the Roscommon people couldn't get here today because of working. Lorna was working in Dublin, a nurse in Dublin. She's back in Roscommon, she's watching us online, and so is young Fionn, and they're watching the game here as well. So the Rossies are not only all over Ireland, they're all over the world, and they're tuned in Roscommon as well, as are the Limerick people. We say hello to Tommy Smith down there in Limerick as well, as the big ball comes forward for Roscommon. The scoreboard now reads 2 goals and 2 points to Limerick Sarsfields, 7 points to Roscommon. There's one between them here. We're into the 22nd minute of the first half, and we've a free out on that far side, and it looks like the free out will be to Limerick. A few running repairs on that far side as well, but it's a game that is competitive, hasn't really got going as such because both defences well on top, but one would feel that another goal either way would be the turning point in this game.
Yeah, we've seen some impressive play so far, both very evenly matched teams, and as you said, hasn't really sparked into life despite those 2 goals, but still plenty of time to play yet.
And there we are, a big day for sport, a big weekend for sport. Aidan O'Brien won the derby on the Curragh today with a 33-1 pacemaker. How about that? The favourite didn't win it, but the pacemaker did. There's been plenty of pacemakers in underage hurling here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. Limerick Sars and Roscommon are here in our 6th final of the afternoon, and it is the Limerick Sarsfields who are leading at the moment. Leitrim were successful in the first final, the Tom Hogan Cup over Longford. Dublin Clark were defeated by Kerry, a brilliant high scoring game, 8 goals and 31 points in that. Another chance for Roscommon gone a begging on that far side. Derry defeated the Galway Tribesmen. Galway Maroon then defeated North Cork in the 4th final. Antrim defeated Kildare Cadets in the Michael Feary Cup, and here we are in the Corn JEROME LEARY. Roscommon versus Limerick Sarsfields. Limerick on the attack in the final 7 minutes of the first half. Lovely intelligent ball in field. The Rossies have got to be good here, and they are, but you just have to get that clearance away. That's out for a 65. The Roscommon man touched it before it went over the line. Limerick with a 65, and he might have been as well to leave it, but he wasn't taking any chances there.
Yeah, and just before that we saw a great chance for Roscommon. Michael Brennan taking the effort along the ground, chance on goal, but great defending from Limerick, especially Owen Kelly from Ballybrown. Great defending, really just clever play to keep possession, work it out cleverly, didn't panic, and that's what set up this next opportunity for them now.
Well, here is the 65 for Limerick. So into the Kilbeggan Road end goal. As the lift, the strike is a good strike from Kieran Storan from Knockaderry in Limerick. No mistake, white flag is raised. 2 goal and 3 points now to Limerick Sarsfields. 7 points to Roscommon. That's a 2-point advantage for the Limerick men. We've 6 minutes to go to half time. The sun still shines brightly here in what's been a memorable day for the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge here. You're watching it on the Pundit Arena platform, and you can also look back in the next few days at the highlights of this great tournament, and back to our semi-finals and the historical clips from the inauguration of the competition back in 2016. Some cracking scores, cracking young players, and of course Leitrim doing so well in hurling last week, and some of their Celtic Challenge team of 2016 helping them out there as well, including the great score from Zach Moradi. I don't think he was on the Celtic Challenge team, but here's Roscommon. I like this man, his stick work is good. His name is Sean Trundle. Got a cracking score a few moments ago. Might have overplayed that one a little bit, but Limerick still lead 2-3 to Roscommon. 7 points here, 5 minutes to the half-time whistle. Roscommon working so hard in defence. Down to the middle of the park this ball goes. Limerick will try keep it in. No, they won't. The Roscommon player goes flying towards the dugout. Was Liam Egan, but there's not a lot between them here, Marissa, other than the 2 goals which have given Limerick Sarsfields the edge, and I think I've said that to you 10 minutes ago as well.
Yeah, Limerick Sarsfields maybe just a little bit guilty of trying to overwork the ball in that forward line, and that little bit of indecision is allowing Roscommon to push forward and to kind of smother their attacks, and it's what's keeping Roscommon in the game at the moment.
And here's Limerick Sarsfields coming forward. This is Kieran Storan again. He's been prominent in this first half. He goes looking for the return ball, but he won't get it because Ethan Keys, the Ballybrown player, has shot for a point, but he's put it wide, and Limerick will be disappointed with that. In the 26th minute, he's put that to the left and wide, and he's been one of the more prominent players, Keys, in the first half, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has, and we haven't seen too many wides down that direction, but Limerick really need to take those chances when they come along, because Roscommon at the moment are creating more chances than they are.
They certainly are. Marissa Kennedy on analysis right throughout this competition here on Pundit Arena. Young lady beside me from County Tipperary, and also Oisin McQuirns, who's the stadium announcer today, and also doing some of our sideline interviews along with Richard Barrett of Pundit Arena, all working hard, and all the team. It's been a long day. They're here since early morning. We were at the semi-finals in Ashbourne and County Meath last weekend. Today it's the finals at O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Pat Daly here from Croke Park as well, a man that was at the Asia Games in Bangkok a few months ago. They will be held in Malaysia in 2019, in November of 2019, and Roscommon, now they need all those scores, Roscommon, as do Limerick, from dead ball situations, but Roscommon will be disappointed that that's gone to the left and right. But again, it's not the first wide we've seen at that end of the ground this afternoon or this evening here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore.
Yeah, the breeze playing its part, as is the sun. The sun is lowering now at this stage of the evening, and it is causing trouble for those Limerick players. That is hindering their sight.
Well, here go Limerick now, not this time. Cormac Lyons from the Knockaderry club, he's been challenged, and the referee is given a free, and the man that's not happy with the decision is Sean Trundle, and Sean Trundle has been spoken to by the referee now. But a young fellow will always show his frustration when a situation arises like that, because Trundle, to be fair, is playing his heart out and he's passionate about what he's doing, so he feels aggrieved it went against him. But the ethos of this competition is you don't say anything to the officials. You never should do, and it's a free to Limerick, and that's the way it is. It's not going to change.
Yeah, but let's not forget this is an under 17 competition, and you wouldn't blame them for losing the heads at some stages in this game. But another great point from Kieran Storn to put Limerick in the ascendancy again.
28 minutes gone, 2 to the half-time whistle. Limerick Sarsfields 2-4, Roscommon 7 points, so 3 between them. It's only a puck of a ball in a game of hurling, and that's what we have here. Under 17 Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge live on Pundit Arena. Here comes Roscommon's Michael Lohan from the Four Roads Club. Good play by him. Referee has blown the whistle. He's given a free to Roscommon over there on the right hand side, far side of the park, in front of the stand, midway between the 20 metre line and the 45, and Roscommon have that free. So there is the bench as the sunshine here in Tullamore. Floating crowds all day, everybody moving in for their own games, families and cousins and grannies and granddads, mammies and daddies, brothers, sisters, all coming to support their teams here today, and the clubs of course. And this is a chance now for Roscommon's Adam Donnelly, the big man from Four Roads, 7 metres in from the sideline, closer to the 65 than he is to the 20, or 45 than he is to the 20 metre line. The lift was good, the strike was good, and the finish was even better. The white flag is raised for Roscommon. We're into the 29th minute, just about onto the 29th minute, and Roscommon have got another score. We're down to a 2-point game, Marissa. Roscommon are still knocking on that door. Yeah,
at the moment it just seems like a shootout between the two free takers, Kieran Storn for Limerick and Adam Donnelly there, and another beautiful point from Donnelly. Very stop-start game so far, hasn't really sparked into life, but great credit to teams for their work rate and their efforts so far.
Certainly so. The puck out comes from the Limerick goalkeeper, sends it down around the middle of the house. That was Dara O'Hagan in the Limerick goal. Now it's won by Roscommon's left half back Michael Lohan, who's advanced foot further upfield, but his pass has gone straight to a Limerick man, so Limerick can capitalise coming out of defence with this one, and it's gone to the Limerick number 10, which is Cormac Lyons. Limerick Sarsfields in the all white shirts, if you just joined us, playing from left to right. Long old fashioned ball down to the full forward line. The full back of Roscommon is lively, he's good, his name is David Gaquin. He just got to that ball but didn't hold on to it. It was a fair old battle with him and Aaron O'Donovan on that far side, and Roscommon dig it out and do well to clear their lines through. Dara Finneran this time, him and the full back worked so well together. It's a good old battle. The Limerick man had no stick that time. Then he tried to get the ball back up, couldn't do so. Roscommon defend again heroically. They're really holding out in this, the last few minutes of the first half. We're gone into added time. 2-4 to the Limerick Sarsfields, 8 points to Roscommon, 10 points to 8 is what the scoreboard reads. On the top caption of your pictures live on Pundit Arena here. It's the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, and it is Roscommon who defend again, and there's a good little bit of play from Dara Finneran. Good first half from Finneran. Ball breaks in the Limerick half-back line. Good old hefty old-fashioned shoulder. Limerick under a bit of pressure, but they get the ball away toward Jack Kiley, the man from Monaghy. The man from Monaghy pulls in the ball. Now the floating ball along the sticks, along the ground I should say, goes to Roscommon, and now they're looking for the big man at full forward. The sun is a problem. Marissa pointed out that. I don't think they got a good view on that ball. It was Adam Donnelly was in there. He couldn't see it with the sunshine, and the referee blows the half-time whistle here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore in the Jerome O'Leary Cup final between Limerick Sarsfields and Roscommon. It's 2-4 to Sarsfields. It's 8 points to Roscommon. 2 between them, Marissa. We 31 minutes of action in that first half, but for me it's anybody's game. You're the analyst, what do you think?
It is completely anyone's game. Roscommon will probably be the happier the teams to go in just 2 points behind, considering that they did concede 2 early goals in this game. Probably 2 fortuitous goals, you could say, for Limerick, just trickled in past the goalkeeper Michael Corcoran, who made a brilliant save from Aaron O'Donovan earlier on in the game. So 2 evenly enough matched teams. You know, we have seen brilliant work from Roscommon forwards, the likes of Owen Kiernan and Adam Donnelly. We know they can punish Limerick when they get the ball, but right now Limerick really working hard back there in defence. The likes of Owen Kelly and Joe Sweeney really prominent so far. So really intriguing game so far, and looking forward to an exciting second half.
We certainly are. Well, it is half time. The drummers are on the field. We didn't compliment the drummers early on. We complimented everybody else, from our engineers to directors to producers to Oisin and Richie down on the sideline. They're working hard right throughout today, but these 3 men playing the drums have bring in a bit of a festival atmosphere to the Celtic Challenge here at O'Connor Park in Tullamore. It's half time in the Jerome O'Leary Cup final between Limerick Sarsfields and Roscommon. The teams on your graphic showing you who all the members of the panels are here at the start during half time. Roscommon are gone to the dressing room. Limerick now shelter from the sun. They're moving inside as well, but the half time score, Limerick Sarsfields 2 goals and 4 points, Roscommon 8 points. Don't go too far. We will be back with all of the second half action in about 5 minutes time. So here we go, second half of the JEROME LEARY Cups. Limerick Sarsfields with a half-time lead, and that half-time lead is 2 goals and 4 points, a total of 10 points to Roscommon's 8 points. So 2-4 to 0-8 at half-time. So a close enough contest, anybody's game. But Marissa, as I always say at the start of the second half, the losing team needs the first score. Roscommon playing from left to right in their primrose and blue in this the second half.
Yeah, really using that space well. They've introduced a few subs. We see Mark Purcell on the ball here again. We've seen all teams using their bench really, really wisely throughout this game in these types of conditions. High intensity games as well, so you constantly need a stream of fresh legs. Overrunning from the Limerick player, Roscommon with the free in, so this to bring it to a 1 point game now. This is vital. This is vital, and without putting pressure on a chap that's 16 or 17 years of age, he's close to the goal. But if ever a man can stick this one over, it is Adam Donnelly. He's a quality player, he's a fine big strong lad, but angle is not the easiest, but he just has to do what he normally does, do it right. Yeah, the breeze has calmed down there, so you'd imagine a player his calibre will stick this over. He's gone for that one, no mistake whatsoever, so it's a 1 point game. Donnelly has got another one for Roscommon, and it is 2-4 now to Sarsfields, 9 points to Roscommon, so 1 between them here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, live from Boardnamona O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Marissa Kennedy on analysis today, as it is Limerick playing from right to left in their white and green. But here come Roscommon now. What can they do this time? Here comes Roscommon's Sean Trundle. Great score in the first half, gives that every chance and knocks it out into no man's land. First touch vital. Here comes Kyle Kelly. In actual fact, Kelly is wearing the number 8 shirt, turns inside. Referee couldn't see with the sunshine. Was there a foul there? Hard to know. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Definite foul this time. Free in for Roscommon. They've started this game with a bit of urgency in the second half, and now an ideal chance for Donnelly to level it up here in O'Connor Park. Yeah, a nice direct run in there from the Roscommon forward. Sean Trundle was so impressive in the first half. Turned assistant there to send the ball into the corner. So really giving Limerick no choice but to attack with physicality, and that time they gave away the foul. This is to level the match, but he's put that to the right and wide. That is a bad miss. It's a bad miss. There's no point in saying anything else. It's a bad miss from Roscommon. 2-4 Limerick, 9 points Roscommon. 2-3, just 3 minutes into the second half. Back come Limerick. Limerick moving the ball well. Lovely ball knocked back towards Jack Kiley from Monagee. Jack sends it across towards the 20-metre line. Roscommon tidied up, and no nonsense defending from Roscommon. Down to the middle of the park it comes, breaks in the middle. A bit of ground hurling from Roscommon's Lee Negan. The St. Dominic's man races onto the ball. He pulled it on the ground. Nice stylish player. Steps back in onto his right hand side. 2 against 2 in the full forward line and full back line. But Limerick really dealt with that well. Eamon Flahive, the man from Mungret St. Paul's, did really well that time. And back come Limerick. 9 points to 2-4 Limerick. Is this to be 2-5 Limerick? There's a shot. It's another great save in that goal from the Roscommon goalkeeper Michael Corcoran. Blistering save in the first half. Another one in the second half. He knocks it out for a 65. He had to watch that all the way, and in the sunshine it wasn't simple. Just look at that run from Limerick's Ethan Keys going forward, picks his spot, heading for the top left hand corner, but the goalkeeper Michael Corcoran was aware of the danger and he's deflected it out for a 65. Another great stop, Marissa. Yeah, great ball there in from Owen O'Connell. Sent the ball down the wing to be picked up by Ethan Keys, and he probably should have stuck that one over the bar just to give Limerick the score in the second half. Probably took the wrong option there, but you know, it's great to see that they're attacking with confidence. Well, here's Kieran Storen, man from Knockaderry in Limerick, with the 65. Strikes it well. Is he on target? No, that's gone to the right and wide as well. So we've seen a few bad wides in this game. It's the final game here of the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge finals at Boardnamona O'Connor Park in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, and you're watching Pundit Arena, the platform of Pundit Arena. This game streaming live across the world, and here is the puck out coming from Roscommon's Michael Corcoran. It was a terrific save, wasn't it? Terrific save, yeah. All credit to Michael Corcoran. We saw him produce a brilliant save in the first half, and another one there, and he is keeping Roscommon in this at the moment.
Well, Limerick have won that breaking ball, and as soon as we said he was keeping it in it, Limerick have knocked in the long range score. They've taken it with aplomb and extend their lead here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. And I think the man to get that was Sean Murphy from the Granaballon Club. 2-4 to Limerick, a total of 10 points, 9 points to Roscommon. Make that 2-5 now to Limerick Sarsfields. 2-5, I am correct on the scoreline, I think. 2-5 to 9 points is the score. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Marissa, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm normally wrong on a long day like this.
I think you're right in this occasion. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Great catch there by Mark Purcell. We're seeing an array of skills across this competition. Fantastic stuff from these under-17s, and it is a bit difficult for Roscommon here at the moment because that is a very low sun, and it's causing difficulties for us up here in the commentary box. So I can only imagine how the players are dealing with it down on the pitch.
Jack Hiley's just received a yellow card. There's the Roscommon backroom team. Kieran Farrell there, the tall figure of him there on the bench. Here come Limerick to defend this one. Roscommon coming forward but just couldn't get what they needed, and the Limerick man had a bit of a fresh air. The ball is very close to that sideline, but the linesman is there, keeps a close eye. Good work by the linesman. He watched that ball stay in field. That's a challenge from the Roscommon man. To be fair to Roscommon, number 9 Liam Egan just stood his ground. It looked a hell of a lot worse than what it was. It's only a free from the 45. Limerick half of the park. 6 minutes gone in the second half. 2-5 is a total of 11 points, 9 points to Roscommon. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, really impressive stuff there from Owen O'Connell to come back and to win that free. He's causing a lot of problems, covered every blade of grass in this field. He's been really impressive for Limerick so far.
That ball has not gone out. Yes, it is. The umpire says out over the line. He had a look along the line. Ball is out, so a chance gone for Limerick on this occasion. Can Roscommon get back and level the game? 2-5 to 9 is 2-point game. 37 minutes gone, so we're 7 minutes into the second half here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. Another line ball.
Yeah, it's kind of a stop-start game so far. The second half hasn't really taken off yet. Low-scoring game as well. Limerick really surviving by those 2 early goals, but they really need to start stringing some possession together and finishing those scores, because Roscommon look really dangerous when in possession. Darragh Lyons with the sideline cut for Limerick. Struck it well in around the business end of the park. Final third. Roscommon have to defend. Nice first touch from their number 7, Michael Lohan. Man from the Four Roads club, but doesn't clear it. Just went to a Limerick man. Back in it goes. Keeper, he does very well, to be fair, in the sunlight, which wasn't easy, as Marissa was just commenting on a few moments ago. Sends it out on that far side. Will be a line ball on that far side to Limerick. But if Limerick cop on to what has happened on that occasion, from the high ball dropping in with the sunshine, they will cause difficulties for the Roscommon goalkeeper. Yeah, we saw Kerry scoring 2 goals earlier on from those type of situations, from rebounds, just because their corner forwards were following the ball in, and that's what Limerick need to do, because under this sun, Michael Corcoran is going to struggle with the high ball. And here come Roscommon now. What can they do with the ball? It's well downfield. There's a bit of a scrum for possession on the ground. So the referee has blown the whistle, and I think this could be a throw ball. He hasn't indicated a free. That's a free now. He lifts his hand and points in field for Roscommon. So can they get a score here? Roscommon with the free. The man coming forward to take it is their number 10, and that's Trevor Fallon. And Trevor Fallon is on the far side, and the referee tells him it's from there, Trevor. So he is playing into the Kilbeggan Road end goal. This will put 1 between them if successful. He looks at the post, shrugs the shoulders once, twice. Good long steady look. Picks his point. There we go. Lift. There's the strike. Sends it in. Well, his setup was absolutely brilliant. His concentration was absolutely 100%, and the finish was likewise. Yeah, really mature play there from Trevor Fallon, and it's a score Roscommon needed to settle them back into this. Certainly is. 2-5 to Limerick Sarsfields, 10 points to Roscommon. Limerick Sarsfields with 1 point in the second half. Roscommon with 2 points in the second half. Roscommon come forward again. This is their midfielder, keeping it moving. Liam Egan from the St Dominic's club, downfield towards 14. Adam Donnelly. Donnelly tries to get a scoop on this one. He's been put under odious pressure by 3 Limerick defenders, but the man helping him out there was Darragh O'Sullivan, the player from Oran. And O'Sullivan
Didn't hold on to it. Limerick centre back did really, really well. Joe Sweeney. Joe's from the Adair club, but he gives away possession, and Roscommon have got to be sensible. Oh, that was a bit of a high challenge, but the centre back for Roscommon did well. Dara Finneran coming forward. Roscommon looking to level the game. Here's the man that got the monstrous point in the first half. Going forward again. Runs in field, challenged. Roscommon looking for a free. Referee, I think, has blown the whistle. Free to Roscommon, and we have an interview coming up on the. Yes, we have an interview coming up on the sideline, and Oisín is there with one of the backroom team.
How you found the second half so far?
Actually, it was like we expected, to be honest. We knew Roscommon would come out, hit us hard, go a hell for leather again, but we faith in these boys. It is probably with this free now it's going to be tied up, but we have faith in these lads to finish the job.
Yeah, they're proving a tough task, aren't they?
They are indeed, in fairness, but sure, we knew we were getting it tough up here. Roscommon, it would be 4 odds and a couple more clubs around it. They'd be strong in hurling, and they're proving it here today.
And what was said at half time to motivate the lads?
Sure, look, just keep what they were doing. They did a good first half and battling against the wind. They're doing well. It's just to find our feet now in the second half and drive home.
And what would it mean for your lads to collect some silverware here at the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge?
It would be unreal. They're all mad for it. They want it. It would be a great season for us.
Brilliant, Dai. Thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of the game. Cheers. Thanks.
Thanks, Oisín. And that's the views of the Limerick management. But, meanwhile, when that interview was taking place, the game is level. It's 2-5, and here come Roscommon. They were leading early on by 2 points to no score. The goals turned it around for Limerick. Can Roscommon go into the lead? The strike from Kyle Kelly wasn't the strongest, and Limerick will defend this one again and send the ball back downfield and come attacking from deep. It's their midfielder, the number 8. His strike wasn't good either, Sean Murphy, because he was put under a little bit of pressure. Back come Roscommon. Now is this to be the chance for Roscommon? The number 8 for Roscommon was put under a little bit of pressure by good defending from Limerick, but he gets it to his partner Lee Megan, and he sends in a high dropping ball. Where's that gone? It's flicked in and over the bar, and Roscommon are gone in front here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore. 12 minutes into the second half, 12 points to the Rossies, 2-5 to Limerick, and that was an intelligent score, because here's the hand pass that set it up. There's the ball in from the number 9 Lee Megan, and when that ball dropped in around the house, it was just in the top of your picture. No attempt to grab the ball, but just flicked over the bar by number 14 Adam Donnelly from the Four Roads Club, and that's a good score, Marissa.
And you have to say it's nothing less than what Roscommon deserved. They've dominated the play in the second half, and they've taken their chances when they've come along, unlike Limerick at certain stages. So fully deserved by Roscommon to get the point to go ahead.
Bit of pressure on the Roscommon man to try and rise that ball. And we mentioned that Kieran Farrell, who's a selector, his son refereed the first match. But you just spotted something as well. You're a well-educated young lady from UL in Limerick. One of your former school teachers is on the backroom team for Roscommon.
Yeah, I went to school in Portumna in County Galway, another hurling stronghold, and I just noticed that Michael Fallon, the Roscommon manager, was one of my teachers there.
You didn't sit beside Joe Canning, no?
No, I didn't. He was a few years older than me now.
I bet you know him. So do all these young fellas. This is a Joe Canning style sideline cut. Roscommon take it. It's worked out well for them because it's hit off the chest of Trevor Fallon and falls into the hands of Mark Purcell from Roscommon Gales. He sends it across the face of the goal. Roscommon lead. Could be a free out because it was a bit of a nudge, but the Limerick full back has done well. Zach Ryan from Tornafulla. He sends it down to the middle of the park, and Sean Murphy runs to gather this one. Murphy from the 65. It's a good old battle here now in the Corn JEROME O'Leary, the last of our 6 finals in the 2019 Celtic Challenge here in Bournemouth O'Connor Park. The Rossies lead by 1. It's 12 points Roscommon, 2-5 to Limerick Sarsfields, and Limerick Sarsfields, they've been strong right throughout this game. They got 2 goals in the opening half, and now they're going looking for more scores. Kieran Storin is the man from Knockaderry in possession. Big ball downfield. The keeper's got to be good here. Corcoran, lovely first touch from Michael Corcoran, turns back in field, left-handed strike from the Kittogue downfield to the middle of the park. Well gathered for Roscommon. Running forward is the fine figure of the man wearing 25, and that is Mark Purcell. He's really done well. It's a good penetrating run. What can Purcell do? Beautiful ball flicked in field. Roscommon cut back inside again. That's a definite rugby tackle. Has to be a 13-metre free. Brought to ground, and if it was Gaelic football it would be a black card, but I have to be fair to the Limerick defender there. He really took one for the parish there, because that had goal written all over it.
Yeah, I think, as we said earlier on, I think Joe Sweeney's been watching a bit too much rugby down in Munster as well, but he's been so impressive throughout this game. He's really cut out a lot of the danger for Limerick, and his delivery as well has been fantastic. Great vision from him to pick out his number 11 Kieran Storin there a few minutes ago, but unfortunately just gave away the free that time and got a yellow card for his troubles. but as you said, took one for the team on that occasion.
If that was football, it wouldn't be yellow. It could
That's
be,
for sure.
It wouldn't be yellow.
You
but
can
anyway,
argue all you want about black cards
it's
and
the
hurling.
best field game in the world when it's played well, and these young men from every county in the Pundit Arena Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge have given it their all, and now the referee has been told by the linesman who he's looking for. Now this will be interesting because there's 2 players being called here by the match referee, and our match referee is from County Wexford, Brian O'Leary, and he's having a word. And was there a yellow card flashed already? Well, this is a little bit of a ticking off for the 2 lads, and a good common sense referee. And I know people say common sense is not in the rule book. You can't beat an official with a bit of common sense. He wants these fellas to enjoy their All-Ireland final. Meanwhile, Roscommon have the free. They'll lead by 1. We have 45 minutes played in the game with 15 remaining. Now, he's got to get this. It's a relatively simple task, Marissa, but anything can happen. Trevor Fallon is the man to step up. Will he get it?
Yeah, we saw Adam Donnelly missing one earlier on from this direction, but no mistake there from Trevor Fallon.
2-point lead for the Rossies. Roscommon leading 13 points to 2-5. But Limerick Sarsfields have only scored 1 point in this the second half. At half time they scored 2-4, and Roscommon, to be fair, at half time had 8 points on the board and now have 13, so they've scored 5 points to 1 in favour of Roscommon in this the second half.
Yeah, and credit to the Roscommon defence as well for kind of suffocating the Limerick attacks, but Limerick really do need to take the more clever option in their play. They've probably gone for a few wild attempts throughout the game, and they just really need to keep the heads and just choose the wise option.
Yeah, and the referee has awarded a definite free to Roscommon from their own half back line. Now it's a long way out, but you've got to make use of a situation like this, and you've got to be cute. So the scoreboard with the low sun facing into the eyes of the Roscommon man taking this free. It's the centre half back. It's Dara Finneran from the Four Roads Club. Lovely intelligent ball. First touch though down towards Mark Purcell. Wasn't brilliant, but Purcell is fighting hard in that position, and Joe Sweeney has really done well for the Limerick men here. The man from Adair. He's good. He's a good pivotal man at centre back. That's taken a bit of a deflection off a Roscommon player. It will be a sideline ball as instructed by the linesman right down in front of us, and Limerick's number 19, Jack Kiley from Wanagia, will take this one. It's about a metre in from the sideline. He's taken all the advantage he can. He still has to strike it. What way can he do this? He sends it low downfield. Bit of a daisy cutter again. Down first touch, brilliant from the Limerick number 13. This is Ethan Keys, one of the star players. Centres a brilliant ball. Lovely catch, lovely claw, lovely strike, brilliant finish, and that's good direct hurling by the Limerick Sarsfields team. And Marissa, we've seen some terrific scores in this competition thus far, but that was workmanlike, an intelligent ball down to the player, but the first touch is always vital in hurling, and 3 Limerick players from the sideline was the first touch, and the other 2 impeccable hurling.
Yeah, great score there from Aaron O'Donovan, and that's what we need to see more of from this Limerick Sarsfields team. You know, Owen O'Connell, he picked out with that sideline. We saw his run, and then in across to Ethan Keys, and well finished by Aaron O'Donovan. But that's what Limerick can do when they just take the wise option, and sometimes it's just not overworking the ball and just taking the easy pass to the man in the better position, and great score. 1
point between the sides here in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, live from O'Connor Park in Tullamore. We do hope you've enjoyed the streaming of all 6 finals this afternoon, and don't forget, aside from a packed schedule of matches, the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge also features a number of new initiatives on trial for the first time in Gaelic games, including the Best and Fairest Award, and we will have the Best and Fairest Award and an alternative approach to traditional Man of the Match awards. The concept is age appropriate and is underpinned by the GA values of respect and teamwork. Well, there's lots of respect and there's brilliant teamwork at the moment here in Tullamore, as there has been right throughout the 6 finals. At half time, Limerick Sarsfields were leading Roscommon 2 goals and 4 points to Roscommon's 8 points, but now with 19 minutes just played in the second half, it's Roscommon lead Limerick Sarsfields 13 points to 2-6. It's a 1 point advantage, but Limerick are coming back into the game, and to be fair, on my percent are coming back in, they were never out of it.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's been such a tight game.
There is a super sideline cut, but it just turns to the left and heads for the M7 at the wrong time. He really struck it well, gave it everything, and it just turned out at the wrong time. It's a great skill. It's a brilliant skill if you can do it. Not many can, but the fellas that do it here in the Celtic Challenge have been outstanding. So unfortunate for Limerick not to level the game with that sideline cut, because it deserved to score.
Beautiful from Aaron O'Donovan, and maybe you could argue that the wind which is blowing that direction might have carried it at the end, but what a strike.
Here come Roscommon. Can he do something this time? Mark Purcell, he was on the right starting the second half. He's now on the left, tries to hurl it in, put under pressure. 3 Limerick defenders there. One is the number 2, Eamon Flahave, the man from Mungret St Paul's Club. Downfield he sends a breaking ball in the middle. The hard-working Michael Brennan from Athletic Tremaine in Roscommon does very, very well. Lovely hurler, lovely intelligent ball, back to the man inside him. Simple ball, down to the full forward line, breaks. Where's it gone? Limerick try and tidy it up. That's their corner back for Limerick. Owen Kelly from Ballybrown. Ballybrown is the man that the club that he plays for. It's out for a Roscommon ball on the far side, and the Roscommon supporters right behind the play on that far side are enthusiastic and they want their team. There's concern on the Limerick bench here. They're looking around, what are we going to do next? Roscommon still hold the lead, 13 points to 2-6. We have 10 minutes remaining, Marissa. Anybody's game. The sideline cut for Roscommon. Michael Brennan with the sideline cut in around the house, but doesn't fall to a Roscommon player. It's tidied up by Kieran Storan of Limerick. He's back there, the number 11, helping out. The short ball across field towards 12, took his eye off it because it just skipped past him with the bounce. Roscommon worked hard, a little bit of a nudge off the ball. Roscommon are conceding the free here. The Roscommon player says apologise for that. He played the man just before the ball went in, and for me a free. Referee was right. Liam Egan, the guilty party, he fouled Owen O'Connell, and I think Marissa, you're nodding her head there. You mightn't get a free like that in the Munster final tomorrow. You'll hope you get one if you're a Tipperary fan off a Limerick lad, but it's Limerick who win it this time from a Roscommon man.
Yeah, clear push in the back there. Joe Sweeney and Mark Purcell are having a fantastic battle back there in the Roscommon full forward line, but look how far back here in Storn came to help out, and he's standing over this free now. Wonderful industrious play from him to go back and to help out the defence.
Here's Kieran Storn, the man from Knockaderry in County Limerick. Oh, he strikes that, a magnificent strike. Is it home? Yes, it is. We're level in Bournemouth O'Connor Park. The sun dips in behind a cloud. It's 2-7 to Limerick Sarsfields, a total of 13 points. 13 points Roscommon. 22nd minute we are in, and it's gone a little bit duller at the moment, and that cloud will keep the heat off of the players for the moment. It's been a long day in the Celtic Challenge, but this is the final of our 6 finals that we've played today, and the Roscommon man is after running into the wall, and let's hope that chap is okay. It's the midfielder Kyle Kelly, and he might need, well, they're tough down in Roscommon, and in fairness to Kyle, he's got to tell his mentor that he's okay, because he clashed with the wall when he ran out there, so hopefully he is okay. And the breeze blowing from right to left is favouring Limerick Sarsfields. They're making a few changes at the moment. They're withdrawing players. So is this to be the time? Because the rotating subs in the Celtic Challenge can work to your advantage, as Marissa has been explaining to all our viewers all day. There's another quick line ball downfield. Roscommon had the initiative and the lead in this the second half for a long period of time, but Limerick are back level now. Now can Roscommon elaborate? This is Roscommon, Sean Trundle on the far side. Brilliant stick man. Here he goes through. Is he going to take on another defender? Yes, he is. Back onto the stick. He can't catch it anymore now. He's got to play it. He knows he's got to play it. He did. He plays it down to the big man at full forward. Lovely first touch as well. Trying to turn. The hand pass is strong, but doesn't get back into the hand of a Roscommon man, and Limerick cleared their lines. Down the field it goes. 13 points to 2-7. Level pegging in the 53rd minute. Good defending again from the Rossies. Out comes their number 7, Michael Lohan from the Four Roads Club. Right over towards the stand side he goes. Sends it down into the corner, but there's nobody there. Tired teams now. They've given it their all as the Limerick cornerback Owen Kelly from Ballybrown comes out, gets it to the far side of the park. The run is a penetrating one. Egg and spoon style from Limerick. Right down the field comes Darrell Lyons from Knockaderry, sends it in, and he puts Limerick 1 point in front. Excellent score. They're playing with urgency, Limerick, and Roscommon now trail by a point. 23 minutes gone here, 7 remaining. Game on.
Yeah, you're talking about players tiring, but that just shows the impact that the introductions can have. Great score there from Darrell Lyons. You know, to have the legs at this stage of the game to make that penetration run, as you said, and stick a wonderful score over the bar. Brilliant stuff. I tell you what, we were talking at the break that there could be extra time yet in this game, and we could well see it.
We certainly could. We hadn't got extra time in any game yet. If we do get extra time, it's 10 minutes of extra time either way. I may get a bed in Tullamore tonight. B&B. Or did you say your brother lives in Burr? We might head across the Burr. He might give us B&B for tonight before you head. I have to go to the Leinster final tomorrow. You're going to the Munster final. How do you see the Munster final? And we have a break and play here just for our viewers this evening. I know your heart will rule Tipperary, but Limerick are the form team, the All-Ireland champions, and Kilkenny and Wexford. I'm going for Kilkenny against Wexford narrowly. And
I'm actually going for Wexford.
I'm going for a draw in the Munster final.
Big call there. Limerick have reintroduced their big men in the likes of Keane Lynch and Gareth Hegarty, so they're going all guns blazing. And with my own club man Patrick Bonner out, it doesn't make for good reading for Tipperary, but they're reinvigorated under Liam Sheedy, one of our Bank of Ireland ambassadors actually for this Celtic Challenge.
And we had Henry Shefflin here this morning as well.
Yeah, great to see the player, these big names involved. You also have Seamus Cannon and Podge Collins, who were nice enough to give their time to all these teams in the form of team talks and a skills session at the launch of the Celtic Challenge back a couple of months ago in Croke Park. So it is a great competition that's getting plenty of good coverage, which is fantastic to see.
Certainly so. Thanks to Bank of Ireland, their main sponsors of the Celtic Challenge, and well done to all involved with everybody involved, all the teams, all the players for the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge, established in 2016 and the only competition that caters for the 32 counties. And of course the ethos of the competition is the development one through the competition. Each team is guaranteed 5 games. Well, this is the last of all of the games for 2019. We had 44 teams, 1,300 players, and this is the 138th game in the Celtic Challenge, including today's finals. They're all played now with 5 minutes left to go between Limerick, Sarsfields and Roscommon. There is a monstrosity of a strike, but it's going to go not too far. Can Roscommon keep it in? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Limerick stand goal side. Roscommon come back, and it's a real old ding-dong battle at the moment. It's a real old ding-dong battle. There's fellas putting in the bodies and working so hard. Roscommon from distance sending it back towards goal, but it's gone wide off the stick of Michael Lohan at half time. Sarsfields led by 2-4 to Roscommon's 8 points. It's now 2-8, so 4 points in the second half for Sarsfields, 5 points for Roscommon, and they're struggling to find scores at the moment. Marissa, we have 4 minutes remaining.
But just look at who was back there helping out the Limerick defence. Dara Lyons, who scored that phenomenal point just a few minutes ago. Limerick really working hard all over the pitch to try and curb that Roscommon attack.
Here comes Limerick's number 5 sending a goal bound, and that is wide, says the umpire, and the shot came from Sean O'Mahony, a man from Adair, wearing the number 5 shirt. There's a good shot of the Roscommon goalkeeper Michael Corcoran from behind the goal as the sun dips down in the west. I think the sun has gone down over Galway Bay, across over Westmeath, down into Galway, and Roscommon are introducing a substitute. This is Daniel O'Brien coming on, the number 13 for Roscommon, and he is in he looks like he's gone into play as a defender for Roscommon. No, he's back out the field now, but we'll watch and see where the flight of the ball goes. 3 minutes remaining. Can Roscommon get back into the game, Marissa? Yeah,
they're only 1 point behind, and they've shown that they can. They're well capable of some brilliant subs that they brought on, and we've been told that 3 of their key men are actually more used to the big ball, but some great work from the Roscommon.
Yeah, I think Mark Purcell, Rodri Fallon and Fionn Killian, the men that we were told, I think they were busy enough, and they've been put onto the extended panel here today. They're allowed named 30, Roscommon have named 27, Limerick Sarsfields have named 23, and everybody gets a panel number. So we go on the numbers of the players that are there. Here is Ethan Keesey, been one of Limerick's outstanding players in this final, the Jerome O'Leary Cup final, here on the Celtic Challenge, Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge on Pundit Arena. We do hope you've enjoyed all our coverage right throughout today. Limerick come forward, big ball in field, they're winning, and by 1 point at the moment. 2-8 is a total of 14 points, 13 points to Roscommon. Free out Roscommon, they've got to make use of this, and there's a foul and a little bit of a argy-bargy developing inside there. And I think the Limerick player was trying to say the Roscommon man was holding up the ball, but I doubt that was happening, because Roscommon need the ball, they need to get it downfield, and they need to get a score to level the game. 2 minutes remaining, Marissa. Limerick's to lose at this stage, but Roscommon need a score.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're always going to see tempers flare a small bit when it comes to this stage of the game, and only 1 point in it. These teams have really been neck and neck throughout the game. Neither team have been able to gain a huge foothold on the scoreline, and what a game we've had here. It's still too early to call what way this is going to go.
It certainly is, but here come Roscommon. They need a point to level it. They'd like to win it for the West. They've won the Connacht football title a few weeks back in the senior football.
Joe Sweeney running out with that ball again. What a game he has had.
Yes, and here comes the clearance now for Roscommon, downfield towards the new man wearing 13, gets a flick on it. Now what can he do? He's a lively player, this young man. Has a look at the post, shortens the grip on the stick, chance into guard. Here's a goal chance now. Here's a goal chance, just couldn't get the strike on it. It's going to be a penalty. It's a penalty, Roscommon. It's a penalty to Roscommon. The Limerick bench look mesmerised. A goal here from the penalty, and the Rossies can lift the 2019 Celtic Challenge JEROME O'Leary Cup. But it's a big ask because a penalty in hurling is from the 21. It's a 1-on-1 situation. They've got to put it home if they want to win it. It's a rub of the green. It was borderline, but the referee was adamant it was a penalty. 2-8 is a total of 14 points to Limerick, 13 points to Roscommon. They have a penalty, but they need a goal.
Yeah, you have to say that the Roscommon forward was being completely wrapped up there, arms around the players. He was going forward and he was being held back, so clear penalty.
The other thing I will say, and I jumped the gun a bit, if he takes a point, he levels the game. If he doesn't get anything, the time is nearly up. Does he take? He takes it, and he absolutely buries it. He absolutely buries it. Adam Donnelly from the 4 roads, and it's taken the pattern of what we had earlier on. A touch of deja vu. They're gone 2 points in front, Roscommon. 1-13 Roscommon is a total of 16 points. 2-8 to Limerick Sarsfields is 14 points, and the referee gives a free in for a chop down. Look at the Roscommon supporters on that far side. They're in ecstasy land over there at the moment, but still added time to come, and Limerick, look at that for the penalty, just picked his spot straight at the keeper, and I take it it's not his first penalty ever to take. Not an easy thing to do in hurling, but he's absolutely nailed it. Well done to the number 14, Adam Donnelly. I'm sure if Shemi Canlon sticks one of them in tomorrow, you'll be happy.
I'll be happy, all right. But interesting just to see the response from the management team when that ball went in. There was no celebrating. The message was get back down the field, defend, don't let Limerick back in to this game, and luckily it's worked out well for Roscommon.
This is vital because this makes it a 3-point game. We're 1 minute into added time. 2 points is a dangerous lead, as we always say in Gaelic games. 2-8 to Limerick Sars. 1-13. It's a 2-point advantage for Roscommon. Can this young man make it a 3-point advantage? His name is Trevor Fallon. He's from 4 roads in Roscommon. Here goes the driving ball from Trevor. Climbing into the Offaly skies, and they've got it. Look at the celebrations in front, but it's not over yet. The lead by 3. Is there a goal in Limerick? We're heading into the second minute of added time. We're well into the second minute of added time. What a finish we have here, Marissa.
Oh, frantic stuff, and you have to give full credit to Roscommon, but here come Limerick. They're not giving up yet.
They're certainly not. There's a great interception. Roscommon, centre back, has control of the ball. Now they've lost it. Here they go, looking for a goal. This is some finish here, a bit of ground hurling. It's turning into a bit of a hockey match at the moment. Anything goes now. The Rossies sprint from the fence with the ball. The referee blows the full-time whistle, and Roscommon have won the JEROME O'Leary Cup. Look at this for celebrations. Look at this. Leitrim from Connacht started today with the first win, and the final game of the JEROME O'Leary Cup goes to Roscommon. This is what the Celtic Challenge is all about. Heartbreak for the Limerick Sarsfields, a traditional hurling county. Roscommon celebrate. The change has worked well. The Limerick chaps are absolutely broken hearted. There has to be a winner, there has to be a loser, and to be fair, extra time might have been the fairest, but you try tell that to anybody in Roscommon. They got the penalty, they got the rub of the green, and to be fair to Adam Donnelly, he gave them the lead, and then the free came from Trevor Fallon. He stuck it between the sticks, and life continued. 1-14, a total of 17 points to Roscommon. 2-8 to Limerick Sarsfields is a total of 14 points. A 3-point advantage for the Roscommon men. What a performance, and the supporters are in on the field. It's been a good year for Roscommon so far.
Oh, when you see the celebrations there and see the crowd that stayed around to watch this game, you can't help but be delighted for them. But just heartbreak for Limerick there. They all hit the ground as soon as the final whistle was blown. They're absolutely devastated and also just exhausted. They gave everything on this field. Both teams did. They left it all out there, and credit to both teams. They never gave up. The work rate was incredible, and we had some fight in that game. Brilliant work from both teams, and it's Roscommon's day. And isn't it fantastic to see a county like Roscommon beating Limerick in hurling? Like, we've seen some fantastic results today. Kerry beating Dublin, Derry prevailing, Leitrim prevailing. Just shows this competition. It gives a chance to the likes of the smaller hurling counties to prove their worth against the more traditional counties, and this is what you have here today. Brilliant stuff from Roscommon.
Here's the winning moment. There we go. That's what it's all about. That's a good shot. Credit to our cameramen. They're on the go in early 11 hours. The backroom team of Roscommon, Michael Fallon, Jimmy Donoghue, Kieran Farrell running into the picture there. There we go. That's what it means. They've worked so hard with this team and they are delighted. So we have an interview on the side of the pitch. Let's see, to the back, Roscommon team.
Common goal hero. Adam, how does it feel to be a hero for your home county?
Can't describe it. Like you can only dream of this stuff. Like it's crazy. It's not easy. I'm stuck for words, as you can see. But it's what will stand with me for the rest of my life. Clearly.
It looked like it wasn't going to go your way. Then you got one opportunity. Were you nervous stepping up?
Well, a bit, yeah, I must say I was, because I've been down at the pitch with Dad like during the week, and he'd be standing in goal and stuff. So, and I'd be hitting penalties on him, and they were going wide and they were going over, and just look at the draw. Yes, so well, I went for it. So, just happy to say I went in now.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, oh God.
And where will this rank? Is this the greatest achievement moment of your sporting history?
God, yeah. Well, man, it's definitely the best. Even no matter how old I get, I'll be telling that one for a long time. So yeah.
Go off and enjoy. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Okay, we just apologise for the language there. We call that a bit of I don't know what we call it, but we have to apologise for it. But they're ecstatic down there. This is reminiscent of Salt Hill a few weeks ago for the footballers. But what a win for Roscommon. And again, just a word on Limerick. They're forming the little group down there as well. It's heartbreaking stuff to lose in the fashion. The decision went against them. But in fairness to Donnelly, he rifled that penalty to the back of the net. And here is the penalty, just for you to look at this again. Here we go. There he is, he's picking his spot there. The keeper stands in front of him and he more or less hits it straight on. There's the lift, there's the strike, bang, and that's the winning of the game with one more point which followed up. And what a strike from the number 14, Adam Donnelly. And you know what, just looking at the interview with Adam there, and he says, I was down in the field with Dad during the week. This man didn't only train with his team, he went to the field with his daddy and he practiced because he was in the Celtic Challenge Bank of Ireland final, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and he said there that they were going wide and they were falling short, and so you couldn't help but be delighted for him to get the winning score here in an All-Ireland final. And you saw how much it meant to him there. The emotion was clear on his face, an unbelievable feeling for him, but heartbreak for Limerick here. But full credit to them, they can be so proud of the effort they put in today. They left everything on the field there, they emptied the tank, and they'll be naturally disappointed with this, but it's been a phenomenal run for them through this competition. They've had some fantastic wins, putting up some huge scores against brilliant teams, so all credit to them.
Yeah, they certainly have, and to be fair to their management team as well, Padraig Carey, Ollie Dowling, Jerry Murphy, Josh Adams and Peter Nash, they work twice as hard as well as everybody else. So some great results in there. Limerick Sarsfields. Now Kerry went on and won earlier on today, but Kerry defeated Sarsfields in an earlier match. They got a bye in round 2, but West Cork then had a big win over Limerick Sarsfields. Then they bounced back, but Clare Blues defeated them. Then Limerick Sarsfields then in North Cork played in a game. They also played against Carlow. They had a big win over Carlow, and they also had a big win over Wicklow Blue as well. They got to this final, but they've come up against a Roscommon team, and I have to be fair, I spoke with Kieran Farrell earlier on when we were having that cup of tea. I met him for the first time, seen the Roscommon colours, and he said that he thought they had a very good team. His point was proven because they came back and they won that match in the end. Okay, they got the decision, they got the penalty, but no one remonstrated. He was fouled inside. Referee felt it was a penalty, he gave it, but he still had to score it, and in fairness to Donnelly, he did. But this is a good Roscommon team. We now will see the players going up the steps for the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge Best and Fairest Award. So the Limerick player going up is their centre forward. He's had a great game, Kieran Storin from the Knockaderry Club. So well done to Kieran for the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge Best and Fairest. There he is going up the steps, and we have to compliment him on his performance right throughout the competition, and in particular in today's final. Lovely touch.
Yeah, it probably won't mean a huge amount to him right now, but in future when he looks back, he can always say he was the best and fairest player for Limerick in an All-Ireland final, and it is a brilliant medal to keep hold of. I know it's hugely disappointing to lose an All-Ireland final like this when it's such a tight game for the majority of it, but he can take solace in that individual award.
He certainly can. A referee was from County Wexford. His name, the JEROME LEARY Cup is what we're playing for here today, but the referee is Brian O'Leary from County Wexford. And of course for the fairest award, the best and fairest award, after the match the referee consults with his match officials and chooses one player from each team to receive that award. And for Roscommon, the man being selected for the best and fairest award is Sean Sean Trundle from Forwards. He got a magnificent score in that first half, Marissa, and Sean goes up to collect his award as well. We mustn't forget that all these guys are only 16, 17 years of age, and look at the smile on his face. The family, the iPad is even taken from the sitting room for a photograph here in Tullamore. There we are, one to treasure forever and the Celtic Challenge, and for his mantelpiece at home. But great that he can look back on the footage of this as well and see that he won the fairest award in the Celtic Challenge 2019. And well done to the referee as well.
Yeah, brilliant performance by Sean Trundle. You know, some really innovative runs there, set up a number of scores, took his own scores very, very well. Really, really industrious work from him throughout the game, and you have to say that he was one of, you know, he just epitomised the work rate that ran through this Roscommon team from start to finish. And Limerick getting that deserved round of applause and guard of honour from Roscommon, again showing the ethos of that competition. It's all about respect, it's all about sportsmanship and development. These are young lads, as you say, some are only 15. They deserve their moment here to collect their medals.
They certainly do. And Sean Murphy is the first man in from Grana Ballingarry, followed by Darragh Lyons there, the Limerick number 17. Beautiful shirt as well, as all the shirts have been here in the Celtic Challenge. There's the Aaron O'Donovan, young man from Kildimo Palace Kenry. And number 22 for Limerick today, Keith Punch from Ballybrown, another great part of the hurling word down there in Limerick. The number 11 is Kieran Storan. Had a great day. Kieran played really well, as did Dara O'Hagan in the goal from Mungret St. Paul's. And that's number 15, Mark Mullally from Ballybrown. And following Mark is David Hassett from the Mungret St. Paul's club as well. And number 10 then comes into play, Cormac Lyons from Knockaderry. And while it is a team performance, there were some fine individual performances there, and that man in particular, Owen O'Connell, Tournafella, worked hard along with Owen Kelly of Ballybrown, the number 4. So all deserving of the runners-up medals there as well, Marissa.
Brilliant work from Owen Kelly throughout. Himself and Joe Sweeney were the real standouts in defence for Limerick, and you have to say that they had their hands full with Roscommon forwards, but great work from that duo.
Well, there is the remainder of the Limerick team going forward. Ethan Key's gone forward. The Ballybrown man had a great afternoon as well. Shane Hartnett from Killeedy. That's number 23 there. Owen Enright from Grana Ballingarry. And the number 3, Zach Ryan. He was the full back from Tornafulla. So well done to him at full back. A bright future indeed he has. As is Sean O'Man, a young man from Adair going through. Shows his disappointment as well. But the lads will be disappointed. But I'm sure they'll bounce back. It's a great learning curve as well. And the centre half back is Joe Sweeney, another man from Adair. So well done to Limerick. Commiserations to them. They haven't won here, but Roscommon have won. And the finalists today, well, we've had some cracking games. John Lynch was on commentary as well. Leitrim defeated Longford in game 1. Kerry defeated Dublin Clark in a cracking game. 8 goals and 31 points scored in that game. Then it was Derry who defeated the Galway Tribesmen. Galway Maroon bounced back for the Galwegians to beat North Cork. Antrim beat Kildare Cadets, and in the final game here, Roscommon have defeated Limerick Sarsfields, as the Roscommon team are led up the steps here by their number 3, Michael Dillon from Four Roads. It's a great memory for these fellas to have, Roscommon. And before the format changed in the hurling a few years back, Galway would always probably play a match back in the 70s and 80s against Roscommon in hurling. But this can only prove brilliant going forward for Roscommon in the future as all their team go forward there. There's Dara O'Sullivan, the big man from Oran, and there is another fine young man wearing number 22, James Mannion from Four Roads Club. The centre half back, Dara Finneran, he was outstanding today. 24, Sean Trundle, brilliant score from young Sean. We've seen him a few moments ago. And that's 25, Mark Purcell from Roscommon Gales. And there's Rory Fallon, a young player from the Four Roads Club. He gets his medal. The smile says it all. The hard-working Kyle Kelly, another Four Roads man, number 8. Number 11, Owen Kiernan from Roscommon Gales. And coming into your picture is Joe Kelly from Padraig Pierce's, another great club down there in Roscommon. 17 is Niall Brennan from Athleague Tremaine, the small pocket where they play their hurling in Roscommon. And number 27, Fionn Killian from Roscommon Gales. And there's the goalkeeper, Michael Corcoran. 2 absolutely brilliant stops he had today. And we just come back to those because those saves were vital. And he was outstanding. First half and second half. Brilliant goalkeeping from young Corcoran.
Yeah, his first was to deny Aaron O'Donovan, who sent a rasper of a shot. And he really put his body on the line and just got his curl up, and brilliant save. And also you have to say he prevented, he used his height well. He prevented a couple of balls from dropping over the bar as well. So really industrious play by him, and he was a key man in their win today.
Yeah, there's a young man was introduced, Daniel O'Brien, number 13 from the St Dominic's club. He's followed by Liam Egan, St Dominic's. So the Dominic's men had a big part to play here today as well. Liam was outstanding as well today. Sean Craven from the St Dominic's club. They might say Craven down around Roscommon. And the number 5 is Nisha Coyle from Athleague Tremaine as well. And coming forward then is James Mooney from the Padraig Pearse's club, followed by the number 10 Trevor Fallon from Four Roads, and the number 14 is Adam Donnelly, the man that took that penalty, and he's got the modern day haircut as well. He's a fine lad, young Adam. There he goes. He'll stay there for the cup presentation, and the Jerome O'Leary Cup is there. It's just about to be handed to Adam Donnelly, and here we go. Roscommon, the Jerome O'Leary Celtic Challenge champions of 2019. Congratulations to the Rossies. Another piece of silverware gone west. Congratulations to them. They were very, very good. Bounced back not once but twice in the game, trailing by 2-4 to 8 at half time, and then finishing up the game winning by those 2 points. Photograph for the mantelpiece as well, and I think our Oisin is there with the PCAP in the picture from Pundit Arena, and the photograph will be taken. I thought we'd have a few words there, but a few words being spoken. Marissa, a terrific competition. Thanks again to Bank of Ireland and everybody associated with the Celtic Challenge, the GA in particular, Pundit Arena, our own team, for streaming it live, and to all the hard working people throughout the tournament, and in particular today, because I mentioned we have to mention all the teams that played, including Roscommon, that have won this final, but all our directors and producers are here since the early mornings, and I think we're gone over 11 hours of production now, which is an outstanding achievement for the GAA, and in particular for Pundit Arena. It's brilliant for all the lads.
Yeah, absolutely.
And ladies.
Pundit Arena, we're delighted to be on board as media partners for this wonderful competition. It really is a privilege for us to showcase the talent that these young players have. Let's just run through the numbers again. 138 matches, 44 teams from 32 counties. And we'll have
a few words coming here from the captain.
Thanks to Mike, Father, Mike Mullins, Dad, Jimmy,
Physio and Kieran and Sean for looking after us the whole time with food, and crunches as well, don't forget him. And yeah, thanks to Jimmy, thanks to Lamar as well. The pitch was brilliant, nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah, it wasn't easy training all year for this. It was tough, but we finally got what we came up here for, so we're happy out now.
Good man, congratulations, Roscommon.
Lovely few words there from Adam Donnelly.
Yeah, well, there we are. The last man to lift a bit of silverware for Roscommon was Enda Smith, and now Adam Donnelly. 2019 Munster, I said it again, Connacht football champions, Celtic Challenge hurling champions. Well done to them. It's been a terrific day here at the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge finals. And Marissa, on behalf of John and myself, for yourself and Oisin on co-commentary, well done, congratulations. You did a powerful job for Pundit Arena. We look forward to working with you again in the future.
Thanks, Brendan.
Okay, well, there's Roscommon coming down the steps. We do hope you've enjoyed all of our coverage from 11:30 a.m. this morning. We went on air. We're finishing now here in O'Connor Park in Tullamore just after 9 o'clock. And the champions for the Celtic Challenge today are Leitrim, Kerry, Derry, Galway Maroon, Antrim and Roscommon. There are 6 winners in the Bank of Ireland Celtic Challenge. From all of us here at Boardnamona O'Connor Park, thank you for viewing. Don't forget to look back at our highlight packages and all the coverage that we've provided since 2016, including today's finals and all the semi-finals from last week, which were played at Ashbourne in County Meath. From everybody here in Tullamore, have a great evening, enjoy the rest of the summer, and the very best of luck to all the teams taking part in all of the competitions for the remainder of the GAA calendar year. From everybody in Pundit Arena, we'll say goodbye. Thank you, God bless, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We are